don't want it to ghost into the camera.
Mud all over. Oh, I definitely missed dry season. So with this impact jacket, which should be good in the rib zone, there's a lot of padding right here where I had the impact, and it's impact foam, so it gets sturdy if I should have something going on. Better safe than sorry. We have the sun on our side, a full battery, so let's plug that out and go ride. Oop, forget about these when you go into the trails. It rained last night, so don't know what it's gonna be in the forest, but I'm looking forward to having a nice ride with this little Growler. Haven't been riding this in the trails yet, so ayo, let's go. Seems I'm not the only one with plans to go to the forest. It's quite busy here. Normally there's nobody here. Now it seems we're gonna encounter some human species. Some people can still look so mad when they see this OneWheel thing and they don't know it. And it definitely obstructs their peace apparently, because they're looking quite bad. I'm not here to hurt them or to eat them. And let's clean this lens. There's a lot of fog. So that's a lot better. So what setup am I riding? It's the Growler with the Lil Duro, and I really have to get used to this machine because I now have an XR that is lower to the ground and with a lot more nimble tire. So I'm not gonna overdo it, still recovering from the broken ribs. So I don't wanna do myself any harm, but I do wanna see how this rides and glides. I'm here in the local forest. It's nice and chill terrain. Not too many lumps and bumps, just to get used to this machine again. Apparently we still have some mud sections on our hands, so I'll have to watch out. Where did I slip out? Yep, wet grass over here. So the Lil Duro is a grippy tire, but I'm used to riding that Hoosier thing, so it will take me some getting used to, and I'll have to watch out, apparently. I missed the best of the season, the hot days, without the mud. I was longing for no mud for so long, and I didn't even get to enjoy it. We'll have to find our line. Let's see what the Enduro got in the mud. The grip test right away. You can really feel like the grippy patches on the side of the tire are helping, but when you encounter some deeper mud, they're kind of useless. You do notice that it is a smaller tire, and I've been hitting these little ridges in the pathways, and when it's a bigger one, you definitely feel you have to be awake to catch it, because it's not like having a bigger tire, you can just eat it. I also have quite some air in there, so I might loosen it up a little bit. I just want to know the feeling, what it's doing right now, and how I can play around with it on this PSI. But I'm not used to riding it with such a high PSI, not in the trails. I do like it when I'm riding street, but let's just see how it serves me here and maybe let out some air to better take some of those lumps. But I do like to play and jump around, so that's why it comes in handy sometimes. All the concrete has cracked. Let's see, got some bumpers over here. Now we can You do notice when putting that pressure on the edges in the softer terrain is definitely getting some used to after riding that Hoosier tire for a while. You just have to get used to the playfulness of this tire. And it's smaller as well, so that takes some getting used to. I do like the playfulness, but you really have to be wary on the pressure you put on the edges, because it's more of a round tire and a bit more slippery than just a threaded tire with deep treads. I like it because it feels a bit snowboardy. Ooh, something stuck. It feels a bit snowboardy, and that's what I like about riding. You just have to get used to it, because it's the first time that I've been riding a different tire than a Hoosier one in 2 years, so definitely will get used to this. What I do notice on a speed is that you really have to watch out for big roots and big potholes. It is a very nimble tire, which is very playful. I love to play around on it, but on a speed, definitely watch out with this tire. It's not meant for racing, that's a clear thing. It's more, just something to fuck about. And that's something we really like to do, is just play around and have some fun. So in front of me I have some pebbled road, which is quite chunky. So let's see how this tire handles this terrain in slow motion. It holds up pretty nicely, I must say. You do have to be very focused to ride, but that's mainly the thing on these kind of chunky roads, so it's good that it's holding up. How do I like the Growler setup? Well, I really like to have a smaller board to play around with. In the trails, there's really not that big of a need to, but I do want to carry this board around as a travel board, so it's good to have it set up as a bit of an all-rounder. That's why I have the hybrid tire. It's small format, and I'm gonna take it along to Portugal for the first time. Not on the plane, I'm gonna send it, so it's not that heavy. You don't have to pay that much to get it there. And in Portugal, I'm not gonna do any stupid stuff as attending races in this condition. Just gonna take it easy, play around, hit up the community, and just meet and greet. The main thing is just to have some holiday, because it's been such a hectic couple of years that I really need just to have some downtime, and Portugal is the perfect excuse to go there, to enjoy the community, enjoy the event that Fabio is setting up, because it really is looking awesome, and Portugal is always such a treat. So let's just go and enjoy that and see how we get that board over there. Promised myself I was gonna take it easy. Oh, I really have to watch out because motivation sometimes really gets into my way. I currently don't really have a lot of pain in the ribs, but I do still feel that everything is stiff and sore around there. So I have to keep an eye on that, not to overdo it, and see what the body can handle currently. And found me a nice lane to go through. Ooh, and watch the battery. That's something I have to take in mind. Ooh, they're good. And luckily the float remote is still supporting like the future motion machines, and I can see my battery level again. Let's see. Battery level 62, and I can switch modes again, like mission, and we have all the different modes again, which is so cool. I was missing that, so now I can play around with, and you can even tweak like the mission mode with some small settings. So float remote did a good job in connecting me back to my future motion machines. Muscle memory needs to kick in. Oh, that's like snowboarding. Yeah, like that. Bumpy conditions right here. Don't know if I'm gonna get by that. That looks really tricky. By foot it is. I do feel the heaviness of the board when lifting it. That's something that is still a bit painful, and they told me that lifting weights would be the toughest thing to get back used to. So taking it easy there, and it's good to have a light board like this Growler just to carry it around if needed. Should we already do that? I know there's a drop at the end. Haven't done any drops yet. The only way to find out is to do it. Around here with this tire. Pretty nimble. Side. Yeah. Ooh. Getting around. And drop. That was all right. Not with this enduro. Eating it. Oh. There's mud all over. Come on, go. On the heel side. So as you can see, the treads of the enduro immediately fill up and you kind of have a slick tire after a while. Oh, get it out. Oh, there's some more challenges ahead. Mud in my nose. Oh, this is freaking awesome. I missed out on the whole summer And this is like yeah, what I'm up for. There's gonna be mud, mud, and more mud, as I see on the lens as well. Mud. Oh my god. Ah, did I really miss dry season? Freaking injuries. All right, this was previously closed up. I haven't been able to check that. Let's see what we got here. Still have some battery left and some mud left, so let's see what we can expect. If we would have some speed, there would be a decent jump. Oh, it's too soft. It's very mushy, the whole track over here. Let's see if we can clean it a bit and make it more accessible. But it's so mushy, can't get any speed almost. But we're not giving up. Oh yes! Barely, but we made it. Fun little jump. And it's all soft terrain, so I don't really worry about the rips. Although, like slipping and sliding does put some strain on those muscles, but it's good to test what they can handle. That's like a swamp. Ooh. This path is really not taking me anywhere, I think. Now I'm starting to figure out why this was closed down before. It seems to be a hunter spot. As you can see, they have these lodges up here where they sit and watch the wildlife, and they are still allowed to hunt here in Belgium. We have quite some species like flourishing again, and sometimes they have to do it to get things under control again, but I haven't seen too much here, so it would be a pity if they have to kill these nice animals who are trying to make a living as well here. But this is not going anywhere. Rough terrain, almost not rideable, lots of thorns, and I don't know how the Enduro is gonna handle thorns. That should be interesting to see how soon it starts leaking. Got myself into a muddy situation. Oh, I definitely missed dry season. That's about clear now. We do have the fall season coming up, which is going to be really pretty in the forest, but I really hoped to be able to ride with a little less mud. This year it's not going to happen, so yeah, hopefully Portugal is going to bring us some dry days and some good days. Yeah, it's always going to be good when we get joined by the whole family and all these crazy riders who have been battling for this EOL title, and we're gonna line them up, 16 of them in brackets of 4, and they're gonna race it out to have our official European OneWheel League Madness champion. All right, I had a fun time testing this Growler with the Lil Duro setup that I'm definitely gonna enjoy in the future and hope to take to some cool destinations as well. So on that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bam!